Yo, what's up? It's your boy DJL7. Today we're going to cover some pretty serious topics right here. Yeah, let's get this mic just a little bit closer so y'all could hear exactly what's going on. We're going to be confronting some of the bull crap. So right now, let's see if we can find the speakers for this event. Give me a second. Yeah, let me bring this up in another window. There's an event happening today. I've been protesting it for quite some time. Of course, the press will not cover this work at all. Give me a second. Okay, so today is actually March 18. Let me see the list of speakers for the event. If they've updated with an Asian American yet. Doubt it. We'll see. It's possible, yeah? Okay. They've taken down the speakers list on some of these sites. Let's see. They had published the list of speakers earlier. Wow, they're doing this all over. They doing this in New York City? In Chicago? No. They're not doing it in New York City. They're all going down to... They're taking the buses down to D.C. The free bus... This is just so... It's so disgusting. Medea's book talk at the University of Colorado Boulder. Okay. This is definitely right, yeah? This is definitely a money-making scheme. You can see that here, the war in Ukraine thing is really here, right? Medea Benjamin is actually a... big-time... She's a millionaire. Right, you can see Medea's net worth is $5 million, and she's set to make a killing off of this one. She's going all across the country to make talks all over. This is really what it is. Yeah, it's a money making scheme. This is not the first time Medea Benjamin's also known for making money off of the which I appreciate her taking on Nike and the child labor that's going on, but she was given the prize and recognition for that. Asian Americans can't help themselves. We need a white savior like Medea Benjamin. Yo, it's so disgusting and wrong. Here's some other funny shit right here. Yeah, like they are urgently right. They're watching me. I know this is true. Yeah, the speaker list is frankly embarrassing, but yeah. I'll keep releasing stuff. I know it was on Twitter. Let me just try to look for it one more time. Yeah. Okay. Let's try to find today's protest. Yeah. Oh, you know what? I think let's see. Used to be my boy. Yeah. He sold out, but he was pushing the. Oh yeah, here we go. Yeah, dialectics unhinged. Okay, yeah, he's promoting this big time. This is completely, just so you know, this is completely controlled opposition. Franco has been on record. Oh yes. Okay, yeah. There's more speakers. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Great. I found it. Yeah. Look, they put it up too many places. They cannot they can't lose it. Yeah. I posted too many places. I'm all on top of it, yeah? Okay, we're going to get to this. Oh, beautiful. Right here, yeah. We're going to talk about that in a minute. So, the speaker list. So, let's start off with one of the most ridiculous things that you're going to see, which is fucking hilarious, yeah? Okay. I got to laugh, yeah? Okay, so now here they're going to have this march on Washington. Let's look at this flyer here. This is the one that's really circulating, right? Yeah? Fund people's needs, not the war machine. Okay. Peace in Ukraine, negotiations, not escalations. Okay, then you see all these groups. So it seems so legit, right? It seems so legit. Okay, you could see here they have like Syria, they have Peace Council, Los Angeles, right? Black Lives Matter. All of these people are cooperating with this particular event. That Haiti Liberté, you know what I mean? Pax Christi. Okay, so this is gonna be hilarious. Yeah. Okay. Well, wait till you see this shit. Okay. Do Ukrainian and Russian groups exist in the United States? Would they and should they be able to participate in an event like this in some way, right, to actually back, peace in their country? They're the ones who are... So peace in Ukraine, right, yeah? In fact, let me just make it like UKR, so we can, if they say Ukrainian or anything like that, I don't want it to, not come up, right? The Biden administration is determined to escalate the Ukraine war, blah, blah, Ukraine, right, yeah? Okay. Peace in Ukraine. Okay, let's keep looking. That's the last time the Ukraine thing gets mentioned. It's 7 of 7, right? Yeah? Watch, I'm going to keep hitting the enter button. Go to it yourself. Yeah, you could look this up yourself, right? It's cycling back now. And this list of organizations, right? Yeah, that's here, right? There's no Russia. There's no Ukraine. I'm going to... Yeah, they want to make peace between these organizations without involving the people that are actually part of that. It's disgusting and sad, yeah? Look, that's Ukraine, okay? Yeah, there's 7 matches for the UKR. Let's take a look at RUS. Yeah, let's look at Russia, right? Maybe Russians, yeah? Okay. So here we have, once again, right, there's only 2 instances of the word Russian on this whole entire page with the Answer Coalition. I don't want to diss the Answer Coalition. I have a feeling that they're more legit than Code Pink, and I think they're being used by Code Pink and the People's Forum in order to put a mask of credibility over themselves, because this is really, just so you know, just straight up facts, yeah? This event is actually run by the aristocracy in order to be the controlled opposition for a group called, People's Party. And the Dia Benjamin's working with them to try to revalidate their disenfranchised leaders, right? So let's take a look right here, yeah? So Russian, right, yeah, only 2. Russian, name is to weaken Russia. Why aren't there any groups here from Our Revolution Hawaii, Brandywine, Peace Community, right, yeah? They found every grifter they ever could. They never, did they, are there any Russians here? Are there any Ukrainians who are part of this peace rally at all? Shouldn't be up to the people who are living there, right? Yeah, it's the same thing as Korea, right? What American Russia drew a line in the middle of Korea and said, you know what, those people on the other part of this line are your enemy now. It's ridiculous, yeah? How absurd is that, right? Yeah? Let's take a look at the speaker list that I was mentioning earlier, right? Yeah? Noam Chomsky, some old-ass white guy, they got their black, tokens right here. They might have been roped in unknowingly, right? Yeah? They should have asked themselves, why aren't there any Russians, Ukrainians at this event? It's hilarious, yeah? Claudia De La Cruz, let's talk about Claudia De La Cruz. She's speaking at the event. Jill Stein, yes. Claudia De La Cruz, let's look her up right quick, okay? Give me a second. Claudia De La Cruz, okay. Okay, we're going to come back to Medea Benjamin in a hot minute, okay? Claudia De La... This is so manufactured. It's really not that hard to tell. You got to just dig just a little bit deeper, right? Okay, yeah, I was interested in her salary. That's not public, but she's the executive director, and she's also she's a professor, right? She's older now, right? She put this picture as her bio, thinner, younger, right? Better looking. That's so fake, yeah, whatever. Like, you want to use the most complimentary picture, I guess, whatever. She's a professor at a CUNY school, and she's also at Code Pink. Yeah, watch this, yeah? She's an executive director there. Yep. Co-executive director of the People's Forum and serves on the Code Pink board of directors. It's just the way corporate America has their own little schmooze fest of insiders. The progressive left also, right, has their own batch of well-funded, very well-paid, right, yeah, people, usually professors, right, yeah, doing all this corrupt-ass shit. Let's take a look at Jeffrey Epstein, right? Remember that many times professors and academics were implicated. Only business leaders and government officials have been implicated by name, right? Yeah, through, or well known as for being like oppressive to females. But when we look at the university system, just like Harvey Weinstein, right? You got a lot of young, good-looking ladies looking to make a career for themselves. The same thing that's going on in Hollywood is the same thing going on here. Dave Chappelle talked about this is true. Yeah? Claudia De La Cruz. Is the People's Forum really about it, or are the people in charge at the People's Forum kind of like, muscling in and, because, look, your leaders, I know the people of the People's Forum, right? When I was speaking last time in front of the People's Forum, some people were nodding their heads on the inside that they understood what I was talking about. But the leadership will, did their best to delegitimize the things that I was saying, but you can see the ties right here. You can see the ties of what's going on. You can see the connections. Let's break it down more, right? This organization, yeah? Okay. Another thing is that when we look at the list of speakers right here, you're going to notice that the speaker is Noam Chomsky, old white guy. They have their black tokens, right? Black Worker Center course. They have this white person. This is actually, she's Dominican, right? Yeah. We have indigenous. We do not have any Asian Americans. White, Abby Martin, Gabrielle Shipton, white guy, Medea Benjamin, white. African peoples, they got a black person again. Okay. They got another black person, right? Margaret Flowers, okay? Carsey Blanton, yeah. They are not, there's no, when you take a look at the anti-war movement, it started with Vietnam and Korea. But our knowledge, our contribution, our perspective, our unique perspective in understanding how the media screws things up, right? And how they manipulate things. We could talk about that, but, you know what I mean? Or a more aware activist like myself could talk about that. In fact, the war, you know, being a Korean American and, you know, dealing with the aftermath of the Korean War, let's be real. A lot of veterans want to cry and complain about what they went through during the war. They only went through a fraction of what the people who were living there went through, because the veterans went home. Remember that the people whose homes they destroyed, that was their home. Then all the resulting violence that occurred afterward, all the poverty, all the, you know, insaneness that happened, all the destruction that was left in their wake, the veterans went home, and they were so shattered by what they were by what they saw there. A lot of them got messed up. What do you think happened to people that actually lived there? What do you think happened? But our contribution is completely eliminated from this event. Why don't you think we have anything of value? Look, it's not just that. Let's look at this. This guy. I'm a speaker at the answer. Right? Yeah. This guy looks and sounds like an activist, not like me. Maybe he's legit, but you'll get certain opportunities that I won't get, and you don't see that, right? You think justice is there because justice has come for you. Justice has not come for my people yet. You can see clearly there is no, right? Yeah. They added some Koreans to this list over here. We're going to talk about that, right? Deliberately. But there is absence, you can see, yeah? Okay? There's absence of Ukrainians and Russians, too. Isn't that weird? It's so weird. Let's talk a little bit more about this. Yeah, what's going on here? Okay? They're going to try to have some plausible deniability. I blew that out the water. I've been protesting in front of the People's Forum. I outlined this whole stuff. I read selections from Malcolm X and Martin Luther King, which I will actually be repeating some of those here today. But let's go back to the actual fly right here and say, you know, which is hilarious. It says, negotiations, not escalation. Okay. So as I've been bringing up the issue of, you know, they have a lot of speakers there. They could have, you know, a Asian American, right? This is not the only, right? These people, I can show you other anti-war rallies, right? Here in New York City. I do have actually footage of that. Let me go and bring that up. This is not a unknown thing. Like, I've been screaming about the exclusion of my people from the anti-war events. They know about it. They do not care. They're just trying to put a pretty face on it, right? Yeah? Okay, let's see this right here.
Right now, everybody, why is L7 an activist? Why? Because his issues do not matter. Look at what I'm saying right here. I'm sorry, yeah, Shirley, yeah. I'm actually a victim of war. But they're going to listen to a white voice and a black voice speak. They got no time for an actual victim of war, I swear to God.
Okay, then they had a whole team of these guys. This is one of them, right? Yeah? They're convincing young kids to get in the way and to re-victimize people that have been former war victims so they can have their heroes. You heard of the Great White Hope? Right? Yeah, no diss to Rocky Marciano, you know what I mean? Yo, I kind of like this guy's style, you know what I mean? But the fact of the matter is that they have a way that activists are supposed to look and sound, not like me. And, you know, their disregard for the actual people living there, right, yeah, is mirrored by their lack of where is the Russians and the Ukrainians at here? You would think, right, they would be like Ukrainians for peace or something, right? Ukrainians, you know, welfare association, something? Nothing. It's hilarious. They want to Negotiate. There's no negotiation, right? Yeah. In fact, you'll see that at this former protest where I was actually here in front of the People's Forum, right? Yeah, talking about ending aristocracy and activism. You'll actually see that someone comes out of the building, right? Yeah, and then starts to threaten me, saying that I better shut up or he's going to start, next time I'm not going to talk. And then he starts physically intimidating me. The guy comes out of, I put the timestamp in the thing here at 53:24, right? Yeah. This guy comes out of the building right here, yeah. Starts threatening me.
Go find some other Asian American with less defeated. Y'all scared of that, I know too. But y'all gotta have an Asian American at that event now.
They cannot say that they didn't know about it, right? I made it an issue. I forced it, right? Yeah.
With all the pressure I'm putting on you. What's up, brother? I hope we have solid.
This guy comes out of the building right here. Look at this tan jacket, right? A larger frame guy, right? Yeah. Dark skin right here coming out, right? Yeah. Oh, he's gonna start threatening me later on, for real, yeah. Telling me he's a Black Panther.
Find out how long this organization's actually present.
Then later on, you're gonna see that the people who are at the event, right? Yeah. I encourage you to watch this video, yeah. People in the chat are supportive. I appreciate that, right? They tell me to go down the block so I could get beat up down the block. They don't care about actual poor people. They don't care about the people that are actually living in those countries. They just want you to comply with their wishes. Negotiate. They're not here to negotiate. They're here for what they want, and they don't care about what you want or what, or the people who are living there, what you have to say. It's disgusting and wrong. Protest on the 20th anniversary on the U.S. invasion of Iraq. I was there in D.C. at the Iraq protest. You know who else was there? Al Sharpton. Al Sharpton has been a legendary speaker against war. Why isn't he part of this? In fact, let me just bring that up right now. Yeah, props out to Al Sharpton, yeah? Okay, let's bring that up, yeah? I've actually used his clips from his speeches at I've actually used clips from those speeches in some of my videos. I was there. You can find it if you dig, yeah? Okay, let me try anti-war speech. Yeah. Okay. Was this the one that I was...
Thank you. We're here today to say in one voice, from different races, from different religions, from different parts of this country.
So look, high-profile black leader, right? I know he's controversial somewhat, but you got to give him props on what he's doing, right? But why... The thing is that, right, look at the high-profile people invested here. Once again, we look at the speaker list, okay? Jacqueline Luckman, okay, that's cool, right, yeah? But they want to make sure that their people, Noam Chomsky, Jill Stein, right, yeah, Abby Martin, right, they're stars, right? Gabriel Shipton, right, Brother Assange, right, Medea Benjamin. They're really, right, the headliners here, right? Even though they shuffled them in to make it look diverse. It's a false diversity. It's a lie. Why Asian American men have dominated academics for 50 years in this country? Why are we still prevented from speaking about our issues, right? Especially when you talk about the war machine, right? I could talk about how generational suffering impacts, right, and cultural shock of people that are displaced by war. And the fact that because I am displaced by war, I have to deal with this bullshit. This exclusion, this, you're less than. It's disgusting and wrong. And you can see that they're doing it again to the Russians and Ukrainians, right? Their voices are not really cared for or wanted. I'm sure some people see through this, but a lot of these organizational leaders are brought in, right, to manufacture consent. The people that are actually right on the ground, they would recognize this disparity, But the people who are benefiting, the leaders, they are ready to overlook, the little people like myself, and to celebrate with the ones with the resources, the access, and the power. And these people are monopolizing it and using it to oppress, honestly, people that are war victims like myself, and using it to speak for Ukrainians and Russians without their. Do you see them involved here? Okay, let me stop repeating that. Let me just go on, right? Yeah. Okay. Okay, let's go on. So the thing is that there's quite a few tactics. Another thing that I want to mention here is that Malcolm X, right, in this speech called "Message to the Grassroots," okay, also known as the House Negro Field Negro speech. I read excerpts of that in front of, what is it called? People's Forum, and you can watch that right at this video right here on my channel. I encourage y'all to go check that out. Okay. So yeah, all right, let's go see what he has to say here. I'll actually pull up the transcript over here, right, and where he talks about millionaires being placed into the march. Okay. Let's hear what Malcolm X has to say about this.
2 nights ago. Belongs to his family. A philanthropic society headed by a white man named Stephen Currier called all the top civil rights leaders together at the Carlisle Hotel and told them that by you all fighting each other, you're destroying the civil rights movement. And since you're fighting over money from white liberals, let us set up what's known as the Council for United Civil Rights Leadership. Let's form this council, and all the civil rights organizations will belong to it. And we'll use it for fundraising purposes. Let me show you how tricky the white man is. And as soon as they got it formed, they elected Whitney Young as the chairman. And who you think became the co-chairman? Stephen Currier, the white man. A millionaire. Powell was talking about it down at the Cobo today. This is what he was talking.
Okay, so you could see that, right? Let's take a look at Medea Benjamin, right? And the thing is that this is really being used to manufacture consent and to re-empower Nick Brana and his whole corrupt ass. It's really sad, yeah? They're definitely like waiting with their greedy little hands to pick this all up, and they were involved in the previous rage against the war event. It's disgusting and sad. Let's go see. Okay. Claudia de la Cruz, okay, we already know that she's not just executive board member at co-executive director at People's Forum. She's also on the board of directors. She's also a professor. She's pulling in, right, they didn't list that here. She's pulling in money from multiple streams. Yeah, let's... Benjamin net worth. Let's take a look right here, yeah? Mark D. Benjamin, who is that? No, we're Medea Benjamin. Medea, okay. Medea Benjamin's net worth is $5 million. Okay, we're gonna look at, and there's several claims, right? Yeah, here they say she's a political activist, who brought in $3 million and $5 million net worth. Some people say that her income is estimated to be her net income is said to be $1 to $2 million. Her for all time, at the moment, she's earned $80 million. Here they say the net worth is $17 million, right? But nothing here is really suggesting that she's anything less than a millionaire. Maybe she did good work in the past, but she's also known for, saving Asian Americans, not Asian Americans, I mean fighting sweatshops. Let me see if I can find that. Medea Benjamin. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So Medea Benjamin was actually known for getting involved with the whole Nike, sweatshop situation in Asia. But the fact of the matter is that what about like Asian organizers, right? It's this white savior syndrome. And the fact is that I do appreciate white people getting involved, but they monopolize the money, the access, and the resource, and they decide who gets to be a part of the movement and who doesn't. And I have been excluded from this movement for going on 3 years now. You see the video right here of me at another event, right? The event hasn't happened yet. It's at 10 o'clock, right? Yeah? I'm at events screaming to be included.
Because they got to manufacture their own heroes. Yeah, Medea Benjamin. How someone
Yo, I'm telling you right now, yeah. I even go up to talk about the sexual assault abuse claims that are going on with Nick Brana. She says she doesn't know about, she doesn't care. I emailed every single person in Code Pink regarding the Harvey Weinstein atmosphere that was arising in the People's Party, which is what Medea Benjamin is part of. And what this is honestly part of her move and her desire is to keep using this as a fundraising grift. It's disgusting and wrong. This whole thing is led by a bunch of millionaires and elites, and they're protecting each other, and they don't hold each other accountable at all. You will hear, not at all. Yeah, it's disgusting and wrong. This is actually a clear warning to people that are international, right? What it means to the American people, just in general, right? Are they even able, just as a people, to really comprehend or really, they have a certain, like a Hollywood image of an activist. But if you are Asian, right, and you see that our exclusion, when they talk about nuclear war, when they talk about Ukraine, right, how much money has the U.S. invested in Korea, building that wall, having their troops occupy Korea and the Asian regions, right, to stop the threat of Kim Jong-un? Since how long has that been going on? Since the 50s? Been 70 years with significant U.S. troops in that region. It's been labeled as one of the strongest points for possible war for decades. And when Tulsi Gabbard went to speak at the Rage Against the War event, right, also with similar people speaking once again, okay, she talked about the Hawaii, about possible nuclear bombs coming in from where? From Korea. And everybody believed it and ran for shelter. Right? But for some reason, when they talk about war, when they talk about nuclear bombs, stuff like that, they don't want to talk about Korea. In fact, no Koreans are allowed on the stage to talk about their perspective of what's going on. Once again, we see it's primarily read by white millionaires. Jimmy Dore, let's take a look at his net worth. Okay. That event was Jimmy Dore's event, and they're friends, by the way, Medea Benjamin and Jimmy Dore. They're just like passing it off to each other, yeah, with net worth. Okay, let's see right here. 4 million. He's a millionaire, bro. Yeah, I mean, he's a millionaire, straight up, yeah. These millionaires are, right, Ron Paul, maybe he's more legit, I don't know. Yeah, he's not responding to me either. Yeah, fighting against anti-white racism, yeah. See what that is. They got a couple token black people, Garland Nixon, Cynthia McKinney. There's no Asian Americans again. Oh, I'm sorry, Kim Iverson, right? Yeah. If you watch her speech, she said nothing about Asian Americans. They always have a pretty lady. There are no Asian American men, and you're not allowed to bring up actual issues about Asia. Watch her speech at the event. Nothing to say about Asia. Nothing. Not helping other Asian Americans at all. Yeah? They're just there to, at this event, they didn't even do that. Yeah? That's what this is. It's ridiculous and wrong. Jill Stein speaking again. You see, this is like a circuit. Roger Waters is there again. This is like a circuit that they use to just cash in and collect the money. Not to take care of actual war victims. In fact, here they have a person from the cryptocurrency, folk singer, songwriter, and a driving face in the cryptocurrency industry. Yeah, it's their friends and people that will help them in their financial schemes. Jordan, who are these people? Come on. Okay, let's go back to, right, there is a tie between this event and this event right here, whether people really want to believe it or not, right? Once again, the speaker list over here, right, we see Roger Waters, Gabriel Shipton, Medea Benjamin, right, yeah. Abby Martin is with these people. It doesn't take hard to find that them walking in the same circles. It's an aristocracy. Straight up and down, yeah. Let's take a look at some of the people that are rolling into the event, right, yeah. Oh, if you watch this footage, by the way, too, do you see any Asian Americans here? Right? Where's the white and the black people? Right? Yeah, they're together. But where's the Asian Americans at? Yeah, they constantly obstruct me, and they put, right, this guy's really into it, right? Yeah. Look, they're reliving their glory days from the 70s, except for they don't have to see pictures of Asian suffering. This guy was also interfering. Come on, man. Why are you guys are you guys here? I'm a generational war victim. How have you suffered from war? Why do you get to watch it? Yeah, they're literally preventing me from speaking out about, the problems here. You heard me speaking earlier, right?
Not me. Certain people are silent. How long I've been working on this thing, yeah? Yo, look at all these brave boys about to push me back. They're about to beat me down in the name of fighting for integrity, as in terms of they're gonna fight against.
Yep, these people, right? Have they been victims of war? For some reason, right? The controllers of this event are saying that I'm, This is ridiculous. Yeah, look at this guy. Yeah, they using you, bro. You young kid. What do you really know? You need to find out, right? These people are from the 70s. They're reliving their glory days of protesting and stuff. Yeah, without actually caring about the actual victims. This is so wrong. Right? White people, black people, maybe some Latinos, maybe some Arabic, right? Yeah. What about people that look like me? Diane Sayre. Well, I support Diane, but she left me behind when it was time for it. Well, let's see what she has to say. I want to see that again.
They don't, and black people, just so you know, this is the administrative face that you face when you tell them about your problems, right? When you ask them to repair your apartment. Exactly. That's what you get right there. You know what I mean? They off in space somewhere. They don't give a fuck about your problem.
Yeah, I'm asking him about it. He has no response. I'm like, why aren't Asian American people included? Just looks off into space. Come on, man.
Yo, oh my God, Diane Sayre, yeah? Yo, this MVP, yo, go ahead. I'm not the bad guy. Look, I like Diane Sayre. She's putting movement on the ground. You can't take away from that.
Look, they used to discriminate against her, right? Because she's a Laroussian, right? Yeah, look, people labels, whatever, right? Yeah. Look, I mean, I was the first to have him a program when people started criticizing her. I gave her a chance to defend herself. I said, look, you've always been cool to me, but the clout train, I understand, right? People in the organization may have also made votes and stuff too, yet that I'm an expendable activist.
She earned her spot out here, but
she did, yeah. She spent time on the streets. You know how I say trust the ones that's been with you, not the ones that they give you. She been out here for years, yeah, fighting against war. So I respect that. On the streets, not just in some cushy ass office. But when it's time for her to get on, right, she's not bringing us poor people with her. She's not bringing, right, the little voices with her. That's sad.
Fuck Nick Bronner and fuck everybody with him. You know, I'm sorry to say that, yeah? Yo, I liked your work yesterday. I like libertarians. I don't know how you feel, man. This guy shows up too. Look, you guys can hate me all you fucking want. These guys hate me now too, yeah?
No hate, sir.
Hate me for what? For calling out, like, look, I have proof on my channel, right, from elected leaders. That's another thing. These people are not elected leaders, right? Mark Mixon is let's see, Mark Mixon, yeah? Mark Mixon was an elected leader for Washington State People's Party. Okay? No, this is not him. Okay, yeah, this is Mark Mixon over here, yeah? Okay, he was elected, right, he was discussing the leadership structure, right? Yeah, what is the leadership structure of these organizations? That's what I want to know, right? Are these people even elected in? People who are elected leaders are pushed to the side for these millionaires who've self-appointed themselves to be the movement's leaders. Prove me wrong, right? Here we have a former New York MPP coordinator reveals the incompetence, abuses, and where the money went, right? Find out how much money went missing. Are they collecting a lot of money for this event, right? Where is that money going and who's controlling it? Not the war victims. It's these millionaires that are really, right, using it once again to really create a cycle of giving for themselves where they can really reap in millions and millions, right? Yeah. Here we're going to see Medea's going to give a talk in Boulder. Then she's going to go to Fort Collins. Then she's going to go to Denver and sell her book and sell her book and sell her book and make more money and make more money. And then use that money to oppressively, right? Doesn't matter if Ukraine or Russian people are actually involved in this event. We're going to fight for peace on their behalf. Does this make any sense to anyone? It doesn't. And once again, I just want to point out again, the violence that these people are very willing to project, right, onto someone like myself, right? This guy who you see just came out of the the space, you're gonna see him threatening me later on in the video.
Fighting against the Chinatown jail, super mega jail they building down there.
Yeah, I've been working on American issues.
Out of here. You know what I mean? Whose struggle matters? Medea Benjamin. How's she a victim of war? I want to know.
She's a profiteer of war. She's a war profiteer. I'm sorry to say it's true. Some of that $80 million would have went to actual victims of war, Medea. Yeah, instead of this, instead of plucking your elite, like, professors and stuff like that to be, like, in charge of boards and stuff like that, right? Yeah? How are you helping poor people?
They will just go on. Only the black security guard. Only the poor.
Oh, yeah. The guy who they had working security, right? Yeah, he actually stepped up and said, you know what? This is wrong. Let me get involved here. The other ones, they just went back to playing on their computers or reading their books. They were completely immune, right, to the reality of what was going on in the street. They really didn't care. Same thing for these people with Russia and Ukraine. Do these people even care about Russians and Ukrainians when you look at this whole list and there's no Russia or Ukraine here? What is this? Why are none of these people asking this question? Because it wasn't necessarily these whole groups, right? Which it's implying that it is, and they're going to use the numbers that they get to with all the money that they use to pull it in. Very strange. Very strange. I actually had to re-record this because for some reason my last one got deleted. I'm gonna check my channel to see if anybody's actually in the chat. Oops, right, which it's implying that it is, and they're gonna use the. Oh yeah, Nikita, what's up? You're back. Yeah, I started a new stream because the last one got deleted. Yeah, so you came back in time for the new one. Yeah, that's hilarious. Okay, so good to see you, Nikki, and yeah, I'm basically redoing the episode. Yeah, hopefully now that's before the event. There would be more people tuning in, but maybe I gotta change it to Answer Coalition stuff like that in the thumbnail, and I will change that, right? But I think I basically talk about a lot of the essential ingredients here. I would like to also make a little bit stronger tie between the Rage Against the Machine event. You notice that Diane Sayre did not Diane Sayre, I just saw her face, right? Diane Sayre. But actually, what's the name? Medea Benjamin did not speak at this event because she was actually, told not to by her organizers, by other people at Code Pink, because I had emailed every single person at Code Pink to tell them about the BS going on here. Yeah? Okay. Where is the Code Pink? Did they even pull themselves off of this because of the sexual abuse allegations that were all around this? Hey, look, it's not hard to find. Look, maybe the Code Pink knows behind the scenes. They're not going to report on Medea. She's like a founder and stuff, right? But let's take a look. Medea Benjamin, Rage Against the War Machine. Okay. In her organization, people know something's messed up. They're not doing nothing. Yeah? Dropped out of the Rage Against the War Machine rally. I think Code Pink should be commended here. No, she didn't. She was actually for it. She was. Okay, let's see. Rage. Okay, let's see. Rage War. She was up till the end, and she's there running cover for Nick Braun and his bullshit. This is controlled opposition. She's 100% running with them. Oh, you know why? Because she blocked me now, so I can't see her stuff. Look it up for yourselves, folks, yeah? Medea Benjamin is definitely connected to Nick Braun. I emailed every single person at Code Pink, right, yeah? And I told them about the Harvey Weinstein atmosphere that was gathering, that's being there at this event. This is controlled opposition, 100%. The split between them is a fake split. Oh, you know what? Let me find it over here. Yeah, here I'll be able to find it over here. By the way, just to show you how the progressive left, we are the world, very famous, right? The world does not include apparently Asian Americans, right? Yeah, black people, white people, yeah, okay. Unfortunately, there is a long history of exclusion of my people, right? When Africans and Ethiopians starve, people roll out to save them. When Koreans starve, silence. we need black people's help. And people say, that's ridiculous. Martin Luther King talks about, the fact that blacks cannot achieve justice on themselves. And the fact is that, people say go and start your own organization. Martin Luther King also said, addressed, how that's not really, how that's insufficient because we need access. I know they won't listen to me because I'm an Asian American leader and I don't look or sound the way an actor is supposed to look and sound. They're going to have a harder time making this argument against Martin Luther King, who also, thank God, laid down the blueprint for the BS. Okay? White people they feel all good when they see the black people, right? They feel like they've been inclusive. But when they see my people, they feel nervous because they feel like it's, competition. So, yeah. What was I? Is there anything else I was going to really comment on this particular issue? So, international people, right? I do just have to tell you that you should be very leery of the anti-war movement here in the States. I'm sorry to say, because the way it's controlled by the millionaires and stuff is just for their own purposes. They're not necessarily, good for the victims or really concerned about the victims of war. Oh, let me look at it again here. I don't remember what I was looking for. I'm looking for Medea Benjamin and Nick Brana to make that tie. Okay. Oh, did she take some of it down? Oh my God, it's hilarious, yeah. They're starting to scrub it, yeah? They're starting to scrub it. Here we have in the People's Podcast, right, for the People's Convention. She also was present at an event where apparently Zainab Day was claiming that she was sexually assaulted. Let's take a look at that, right, DC? And Jackson Hinkle was there too. And that's why, by the way, he was speaking at the Rage Against the War Machine, right, yeah? Event. Movement to oppose as Pentagon, whatever. Okay. Oh, did they take down that video from the DC rally for when they all got themselves arrested? By the way, that's also why Jackson Hinkle is speaking at this event, right? They're bringing up a new batch of leaders, right? Jackson Hinkle, he's a young kid. What does he know about war? He's being brought up into the system. He's being groomed as the next one. He's supposed to take over this, and there's a line of succession that's being created here. And Asian Americans like myself are cut out of this line of succession. And this is still going on to this very day, to this very moment. Let's see if we could see. I think there were some things on Twitter about the actual event. Let's take a look at, yeah. You'll see they start to flash some pictures of the people in the buses and stuff. Okay, let's go down the page. You're going to see black people over here. You're going to see a disturbing lack of Asian Americans. They know I've been pressurizing them for a long time now. Years, yeah. I'm starting to get a little bit more traction, not much. Right, I'm on a media I've been blackballed by the entire group. They are all working together to blackball all my content. None of them will ever acknowledge anything that I accomplish or achieve, directly to maintain their monopoly, so as not to touch their money. Let me see, war rally. Okay, let me see. Maybe there's going on today. I mean, it should just be a hot. Yeah, exactly. It should just be a hot topic. Yeah. Right, really, right? White people, black people. They got an Asian girl back here. You know what I mean? Maybe they'll stick an Asian dude at some point, right? Yeah.
Sticks and stone.
Okay, Arabic. They're not going to use East Asians. Yeah, we're considered ugly.
And they stuck it to a spear.
Unnecessary.
Ducking arms.
This is just true for the whole entire progressive left, just in general. The camp, yeah, more white people, yeah. I'm not saying white people don't get to be a part of it, but you need to be suspicious when it's only white people. And when would it be okay if only Asians were there and black people were not there? How about that? No, it wouldn't be. They have indigenous people. They will not have Asian Americans speak on this event. Why are we too lazy, ugly, or stupid to really be participating or have something to say about this? We have a unique perspective and knowledge about war that you do not. Prove me wrong. Anyways, Bronx Green Party, y'all mad funny. The Bronx Green Party has been working with, just so you know, they've been working with Revolutionary Blackout, who's also working with Jimmy Dore. This is controlled opposition 100%. Yeah. This is 100% controlled opposition. There's a tie there, yeah. I don't know if they ever recorded it. Look, I'm on the ground, I know. They're so thrilled about the idea to throw their name next to famous people, but they don't ask why they're famous, right? Here they actually flaunt how much money they raised, right, from their event, right? They're flaunting that. Coalition, let's see. Take action. Intervention training. Oh, it's disgusting, yeah? Training. Join the Code Pink anti-war rally. See, I told you this is controlled opposition. 100%. 100%. Yeah? Code Pink and Rage Against the War Machine are working together to monopolize the money. Rage gear. Yeah, look at this. Right, you're so cool, yeah. What happened to the $1,000 ones? They used to flaunt the $1,000 ones at the top. Whatever. Now they're making it look like they're smaller because they don't want to. Because it's embarrassing and it's obvious that the millionaires are running the show, right? They want the grassroots donations, but show more. Also, if they do at the top, they know it's going to be flashing the. Are y'all watching? This is hilarious. The Scott Ritter thing was on the page. I had that shown on another page. Let's go and take a look. Right, that for a millionaire, what's $100,000 to manufacture consents? And then they can, by using that, they can capture, right, money from people, right, from grassroots who don't know better, or from Black or Latino groups, right, that think that equality's been achieved because they get a voice, but not really looking to see, right, or not really realizing that Asian American men also do not have a voice. You know, being here's another tragic reality of being an Asian American activist, yeah, which I can see that nobody's really watching now, and being displaced by war, and being so marginalized and being so thought of as so unnecessary and disregarded, yeah, and losing your war. That's why I work with the disabilities. That's why I work for people who are trans. All these people who struggle to really get their struggle, you know, recorded with any honesty and not trying to be exploited, right? So if you look at my activist projects where I try to take over local government, public housing advocacy, disability advocacy, Asian American activism, right? Assange stuff, right? These are all, you know, fighting the mandates, right? Yeah. People who are wrongfully convicted. You'll see that I take care of the communities that are often forgotten about and left behind. Because that's what happens to people that are war victims, generational war victims. Why should all these, I face, you know, while they making millions, I'm having obstructions placed in my way. They will never be accused of, you know, white supremacy or anything like that because they have their, you know, their Black and their Latino, you know, tokens. But you can, it's not hard to tell. Where's the Russians, where's the Ukrainians here, and also where's, in this thing, the Asian Americans are not listed on here. There's no Asian Americans on this flyer. They've been eliminated. Some of them did exist down here. They did end up suckering into a couple groups into this racket And later on, the aristocracy and the people running this event will be given the credit, right? Not the actual grassroots people, not the ones of national stature, right? That you may have heard about. In Danville, Virginia, and other parts of the country, local leaders began to stir up our people at the grassroots level. This was never done by these Negroes who recognized of national stature. They controlled you. They contained you. They kept you on the plantation. That's what's going on here, yeah? That's what's going on, 100%. Disgusting and wrong. Now you know. Thank you for watching.